I'm ready to do it, I can't be afraid now. Put me on the stage now, I'm ready to rage now. I feel like an animal stuck in a cage and I'm ready to break out. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. This time, like the last time, you better get ready to race to the top. I'm ready to do this, show you what the truth is. I step on the field, it's time to get real, I'm feeling so ruthless. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. Lower the lights down, hand over my crown, hand over my heart. I do this for my town, I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. Yeah. So what are you afraid of? Those feelings are made of. Get in the game, your moment of fame, show them what you made of. It's time that we stand up, it's time that we man up. For anyone asking who is the best, we putting our hands up. My time, nothing can keep me from reaching the top. This time, like the last time, I'm moving so fast, I'm ready to rise. I'm ready to throw down, it's time for the showdown. I'm ready to rise, don't be surprised, I'll take on the world now. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. Lower the lights down, hand over my crown, hand over my heart. I do this for my town, I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. My town, my crown, we know what it takes to be reaching the top. We're reaching the top, we're reaching the top. We know what it takes to be reaching the top. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. My town, my crown, we know what it takes to be reaching the top. We're reaching the top, we're reaching the top. We know what it takes to be reaching the top. Lower the lights down, hand over my crown, hand over my heart. I do this for my town, I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop. Turning the track up, I'm never going back down. Hand over my heart, I do this for my town, I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time, none of you people can tell me to stop.
Welcome to round number 2 here in the Bonehead. Not number 2, sorry. God, my English is terrible tonight. Welcome to round number 3 here at the dirt track at Charlotte. I am joined along... my name is Russell. Joined alongside with me tonight here is Calix Spooner and Nathan Ward. Now, Nathan, we all know Calix is going to be a little bit new here tonight. And you and me both know who's been dominating the past 2 races here in the Dirt Tour, and that would be Michael Blessing. So first things first, welcome aboard, Calix. We're happy to have you here tonight.
Glad to be here. I'm glad to be alongside you guys, and I'm very glad to commentate this race. Looking forward to trying something new, and I'm very happy to be here.
And, well, as you've told me before, you don't really do a whole lot of dirt racing on iRacing. With Michael Blessing dominating the past 2 races, well, not exactly dominating, but more so taking the wins. And then we also have new guys coming in here tonight that are higher I rating than him, but once again, you can't really take I rating into a factor, if I'm correct. So, Calix, what's going to be one of the few things you're going to be looking at here for tonight at the Dirt Tour, or what cars have piqued your interest so far?
The biggest car that has piqued my interest so far tonight is the 21 car of Garrett Cannon and the 99 of Jordan Kuntz. Jordan Kuntz is a pretty good friend of mine. I believe we're all familiar with him. But Garrett Cannon seems like a really interesting top pick for tonight. Seems like a strong race car driver. Seems like he has good racecraft. I'm interested to watch, see what he does tonight, and see if he can pick up a win.
Well, of course, with that, one thing I do want to mention is not only is he one guy to look out for, but I do believe he has finished in the top 3 these past 2 races, if I am correct. Yeah, Garrett Cannon. He has finished top 3, and he is currently 2nd in points. Another thing I want to bring in to the factor, the top 4 in points have all finished in top 5 in the past 2 races. Which that is kind of a little difficult to do, especially on dirt, consistently, because you're not racing the competition, you're racing the track half the time. But yeah, I'll have to agree with you, Calix. The 20, I do believe it's 27. No, sorry, the 21 Garrett Cannon and the 99 Jordan Kuntz are definitely 2 people to look after. But I want to say this: my pick for right now is going to be that 01 of Michael Blessing, for the simple reason he has won this series twice back to back, and when the track slicks off, he knows how to run the slick.
I agree with your contention there, because the, I forget what car number it is, the 01 car of Michael Blessing, he seems like he has also very good racecraft, considering he's won the last 2 races here in the Dirt Tour. I'd say he is in very high contention to win tonight, just if he plays his cards right, and if he runs the slick off really well, I feel like he can be up towards the front, towards the very end of the race. Nathan, what are your thoughts on that? Well, it seems he's incapacitated. Sorry about that, folks. We'll get back to him here in a little bit. Russell, I want to know, what's your top pick for tonight? Who do you think is going to be the bad fast runner tonight?
At the beginning of the run through the heat races, I want to put my pick on Jordan. And here's the reason why I say Jordan, is because Jordan knows how to run the track when it's tacky and grippy. But when the track slicks off, Jordan just seems to lose momentum. Sometimes. I'm not going to say half the time, because I know Jordan and I've raced with him on asphalt majority of the time. But for the main event, I think it's going to come down to maybe some of the new guys, to be honest. My pick would still be Michael Blessing, for the simple reason Michael Blessing knows how to run the slick. But then we also have the number 2 of Shane Lindsay. Lindsay? I do apologize.
Lindsay.
I apologize if I mispronounced your last name, Shane.
Shane Lindsay. That's his name.
Okay, well, he's got a Lindsay now. But my eyes is going to be on that number 2. For the simple reason, he has 4.3K I rating. And for those that don't know what I rating is, that is your skill level on iRacing. iRacing has like 6 different skill levels. That's just for dirt oval. So another thing I want to say about Jordan is a 3.6K, I do believe. Yes, 3.6K. But on asphalt, he is a 6.8K. So my pick, or my 2 picks for the main event winner, is going to be between that number 2 and 01, to be honest with you, Calix.
You put a really strong point into contention there, but yet again, you got to remember, it's not always about the rating of the driver. It's about the driver's racecraft and where they've been. Because you look here, in P1, the number 210 car of Austin Smith currently has a 2100 I rating, and that is almost 2,000 lower than the number 2 car. Just because he has higher I rating doesn't mean he's automatically going to be up front. I believe that, consider where the driver's been, if they've been around the block, if they know their way around the track, if they know their way around dirt in general, I feel like they're going to be a very strong contender tonight. And even if all of these guys have very storied pasts, every single one of them is going to have a contention for the win tonight. So it's not always about the rating, it's also about the story.
Exactly. And, you know, it's just, from my experience, it's usually one of the higher I rating guys that will take the win. However, Jordan, on the other hand, was... He got up in the lead last week at USA for a good handful of laps. Coming to the end of it, and Michael Blessing had to change up his racing line just to keep pace with that 99. So, I do believe that it should be an interesting race here tonight. Not only throughout the heats, because the past few heat races that we've had, in the past 2 races, there's always been contact, door banging, and stuff like that. That just makes dirt racing. If you know what I mean.
I can agree upon that. Dirt racing is definitely one of the more charming sports out there. I've always been more a guy, both oval and sports cars, but dirt racing definitely has its charm when it comes to the weekend. I will say, I've never been personally good at it, but from what I've seen from all these drivers out here, they look like they know what they're doing, and I'm glad that they know what they're doing, because they're going to put on a show for us tonight.
Exactly. And you know, one thing I want to point out is we can't take out the factor of the dirt. It'll slick. It'll become like ice. So, and I don't know how many people have been on like an ice rink or ice skating or something like that, but going at high speeds, that's kind of what it's like in dirt racing for real life or iRacing.
I think that's honestly one of the biggest struggles that a lot of asphalt folks have with dirt. Because you look at modern NASCAR Cup Series contention, most of the top level drivers like Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, all of them came from dirt racing origins, and then they mastered asphalt cars. So clearly there's something about the dirt that can give you more of an advantage on the asphalt, but also kind of strengthen your racecraft to know how to control your car, what to do around traffic, and just, I guess, that thing in general. Because honestly, trying to pass on dirt seems like a kind of ballet that you can either be really good at or you're going to fail miserably. And I think that's true for a lot of sports.
Exactly. And we are into qualifying now. Top of the board goes Cooper Sunday with a 14.959 with the 21 of Garrett Cannon. Well, Garrett Cannon was in second, and the 61 of David Anderson takes away that second position, but is still .032 off of the fastest lap time. So another person I want to look at here, Calix, is going to be this 21 machine, or 21X. It'll show the 210, but he is going to be the 21X. This was the fastest guy, or one of the fastest guys in practice, and he's going to pull off second place with a decent lap time, not going to lie. And the number 2 of Shane Lindsay, or I apologize, Shane.
Man, you ought to get it through your skull by now.
Well, he goes to the top of the board in that number 0 machine with a Jesus, that is a blistering lap with a 14.754.
Good God Almighty.
The 187 comes in behind in second place, only off by .058.
That is quite impressive in order to muster a lap time. Yet again, he is a 4,000 or 4,300 I rating. Yeah. So it does make sense that he knows his way around dirt, and especially around this track. So
yeah,
that goes back to the topic of I rating, because I rating may not be everything, but they've clearly been around longer to know the insides and outs of certain tracks, and I believe this is one of them. So it makes sense that we have one of the highest I raters on the top of the board here.
Yeah, and You know, I'm gonna say this. I know this is completely off topic. I forgot to get a glass of water.
Of course you did.
So, I will be right back. I'll leave you guys in the hands of Calix Spooner.
This all end well.
I go get a glass of water.
Well, he disappears, boys. He
I
will be
shall-
About
back.
time he got back. Jeez.
I shall be right back.
Well, folks, as he's quenching his thirst, they might. Looks like we have about a minute 15 left here of practice. Nathan, who would you say is your top pick for tonight for front runner and for winner?
Well, if I gotta be honest with you here, Calix, it would probably be with Garrett Cannon of the number 21 car today. Even though he might have some sort of, his I rating might not be the greatest. Give me a second, y'all. The screen is not loading for me to check that. Just give me a second. But anyways, so with that, you got Shane Lindsay today. He looks like he's gonna be qualifying first, and looks like he might actually be able to do something tonight with Jordan right behind him. If I'm being honest with you, Calix, I think my pick tonight, even though he hasn't really done a lot right now, it would still be Michael Blessing. He's done pretty good in the last couple of races. He's won both of them. He's learned to adapt and control the race. Same goes with we'll go ahead and keep it at that. With that, Calix, that's my pick for tonight. Shane Lindsay to get some ground around this track, and it'll be Michael Blessing to win the race.
Solid picks. My pick to win tonight is either Michael Blessing or Jordan Kuntz. Jordan is a very good friend of mine, and I'm very happy that he's out here. And I think he's a really solid driver, but also just a solid personality. He may be quiet, but he's also a very good race car driver.
Yeah, I was going to say about that, Calix. Jordan is a very, very good race car driver when it comes to not only asphalt, but also dirt racing as well. He's made his way around it, seems like so far. He even qualified, looks like in the top 5 as far as I'm concerned right now.
Well,
Speaking of our top 5, let's go ahead and read off our order. We got Shane Lindsay on the pole. We got Tripp Shepard in second. Dylan Anderson in third. Cooper Sunday in fourth. We got Chandler Stuckey in fifth. Trevor Kuna in sixth. And we got Garrett Cannon in seventh.
Well, Calix, this is going to be your first experience with us for heat racing. And as me and Nathan have both witnessed in heat racing for the Dirt Tour, it gets a little rough out there.
Oh yeah, it really, really, really does. Especially with the so far we've seen Russell with the 55 having no luck, and the 32 actually doing a couple of things. So
Well, this car's off.
here we go.
If I had to have a pick for the heat win, I would say Cooper Sunday. Seems like an underdog pick. Let's see what he does.
Oh, contact on the front stretch! They pile up!
Piled up on the front stretch. Right on the start of the race. Who was that who went into the wall? That was that Shane Lindsay? I may have been wrong. Let's watch the replay here.
Yeah, I was gonna say Lindsay. The 11 is kind of
Yeah,
really far down.
Shane- Shane went into the wall, and everybody just started to pile up a little bit.
I tell you what, I reckon he tried to throw the block or get up into the top lane to try and see if he can kind of hold off the upcoming outside lane, but it looks like he just went too late or just didn't have enough momentum and just kind of got himself sideways.
Yeah,
that looks like a hard hit off the 32 to the 11. Oh man.
Dang, I was just talking about the 32 as well. I thought the 32 was going to do something tonight, especially with the 55. But with the 32 here, he got caught up into a wreck from, looks like Lindsay right now at the moment.
You know, that 32, he has had some pretty bad luck in this series every now and then.
I see some suspension damage on the 11 car. That rear
think the
toe
11
link on the left that rear toe link on the left rear is not happy.
Yeah.
Looks like Lindsay took one of his fast repairs in order to get out of pit road faster. Let's see what the 11 does here.
Yeah, same thing there.
Not sure what Lindsay's strategy was. Like I said, it looks like he tried to go outside in order to try and block the top lane, but he just didn't have enough momentum and just turned up way too early, in my opinion.
Yeah. You know, that's just the thing with this type of racing is you gotta predict when someone's gonna fire off. The pace car is off once again. We're gonna go on board with the 55 on the rear trailing arm. He fires off.
And we are green.
Very big run for the 55, I believe.
We're going to go back here to the 27 as they are door banging off of turn 2. The 27M is going in. They're 3 wide into 4. Almost made contact.
Holding it, 21 car in the bottom lane. Hold it. Gets past the, excuse me. Oh. It's getting so exciting. I'm so excited for this. I can't even.
Yeah,
read the
you know
car
what?
numbers.
Honestly, Caleb today, guys, is really excited, as you guys can tell right now. As we're very wide for last.
We're going to stick back here in the back with the number 0 and the 32. They are side by side going turn 1. The 0 is going to make it, or try to make the dive bomb on the 27.
Look at Lindsay getting the door on the 27. Up into the outside wall on the 32.
Bad luck there.
32 all the way up in the marbles, trying to make the top lane work. Gets out in front of the 21, sending it sideways through the middle lane, trying to gain some time on the front runners.
You know, I'm going to go up here to the 0. They make contact off of 4. Oh, God. I thought they were going to make contact or someone's going to get their nose chopped off between those two cars. However, that 27 is fighting back. He is trying to stay ahead of that number 0 machine. And he's doing a pretty good job at doing so right now. And yeah, that 27 is fighting back for that 3rd position. But I think that number 0 is going to take it away from him.
Yeah, with that 27, is like he's not really happy the way that the 0 is rubbing him up. Especially he's seen what happened to the 32. It seems like the 32 behind him is actually catching funny enough.
11 car making the inside pass, nearly passes 2 cars, washes up, did not pass the 21. He tried to make it work. That did not work out for him, though.
No, it did not. That has lost all of his momentum. Well, back to
21
the
gaining
21
on the 32 here.
Yeah, you can see some of these guys do have damage. But that 20, they're 3 wide into turn 3. This
a little slide by the 32. Same with the 21, getting back to him. 21 gets to his inside, tries to do a little dive bomb. He is currently right in front of him, and he does not clear him. He goes to the top as the 27 is to his inside. The 27 is going to try to do something. The 27 gets into the 32. That will keep his momentum from not going anywhere. The 21 is still right in front of those two right now. He's trying his best to get away with them.
And here comes...
I don't think we're putting enough focus on the leader here. Look at him. He is 2 seconds all the way ahead of the rest of the field. Look at the amount of lead that he has on the rest of the field here.
All right, you know
Shane
what?
Lindsay's struggling to catch up.
We're coming to 1 to go for heat race number 1. And
Russell, with the 55, don't forget, he's had bad luck last week. And, well, the weeks before that.
Well...
And he's now leading. I mean, look at him. What a comeback for him right now. Can he do it during the actual race?
I think if there was a statement he wanted to make, he just made it.
Oh, for
Looks like
sure,
Mr.
dude.
Dylan Anderson of the 55 machine has won heat number 1.
My bad, boys.
Taking a look at the grid for heat number 2, we have Jordan Coons on the front row.
On the front row, we have Jordan Kuntz starting in first. And second, we have the 187 of Zach Hicks. On row 2, we have the 01 of Micah Blessing and the 21 of Austin Smith. In row 3, we have the number 69 of Montana Hefner and the 61 of David Anderson. I want to go back here to the 61 machine of David Anderson. He's had so much bad luck in this series so far. I do believe he wrecked out both races so far.
Yes, he has wrecked out both races so far, and he's doing really well right now at the moment, as you can see with that Russell.
I think I'm hoping he makes a statement tonight and says, "I ain't wrecking. I'm here to finish."
If I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure if I'm seeing something, but on the front of the 99 car of Jordan Kuntz, it looks like a BMW decal on the very front, and I'm not sure if I'm seeing things, but it really does look like some kind of 5 Series decal on the front of that. I don't know why, it's just a little tangent right there, but it's just, that piqued my interest right there.
Funny enough, I actually brought that up to Jordan. He said, "Yeah, that's what my painter did. He thought he was being funny by doing that, I guess."
Well, shout out to Jordan's race car painter.
I mean,
that is very unique. I've never seen that on a dirt car before.
I mean, we have a Toyota Camry out here.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, man, that's understandable, but a Beamer, that's something else.
I mean, his car could break down at any moment at this point with that BMW here. So
Perhaps it's an advantage. Perhaps it's an advantage. You know how they tend to leak oil. Perhaps he's planning ahead for the rest of the competition here. Well, let's see what happens. His pace truck is off. Coming up to the first start of this heat 2. Jordan Kuntz is going to take the green flag, and here they go, off to the races.
Well,
Jordan Kuntz early lead, diving it down to the turn with the 01 car coming up the inside. Oh, he turns to almost. Oh, he turns to 132. 132 saves it though. Zach Hicks got really sideways there off the 01.
I want to keep my eye out here for this number 21 machine of Austin Smith. I am kind of curious to see what will happen with this 21. But on top of that, I want to go back here to the 01. You can't count the 01 out just yet. We're going to go back up here to first and second place, as that 21 is going to try to take the race lead away from Jordan Kuntz.
Yeah, with Jordan Kuntz there, it looks like the 21 is trying.
21 makes an almost successful pass. It's not it though.
Yeah, he's
coming down the back straightaway into turn 3. 21 still tries to take the advantage off the 99 car, not making it stick. 99 gets a runoff. Oh! Huge slingshot from the 21 into turn 1. 99 does a switchback. 99 with a switchback, coming back up into the lead, off into turn 4. Here they come down the front end. Look at that move. Oh, they keep dueling for position. I can only wonder who's going to win, the 21X or the 99.
I'm going to say this. I'm just not going to count that 01 out of this just yet. That 01 is a lot quicker on the long run. However, they are all bunched up. Here's your top 4 right now. You got the 99, 187, the 21. Oh. Jordan gets turned. They are
massive pileup.
Massive wreck. Jordan would not be happy with that.
Oh, his suspension.
99 with damage, not happy. Let's take a look at the replay, see what happened here.
Oh, that
132 sends it way too hard. 132 sends it way too hard.
The 187 just...
Oh, 187. My bad, guys. My bad.
The
Oh,
187.
the
Yeah.
96. Or it's not the 96, the 69. You know what? I'm going to go on board here with that 61 here. And we're going to go on his nose camera. Well, he didn't get caught up in the wreck. But, you know,
Jordan must not be happy with that little wreck that they had there.
I
especially
don't
with
reckon
that
he
car
will
just-
be after this. We're gonna have to see what will happen after this Heat 2 race. Let's see what happens here with 8 laps to go.
yeah. You know, I don't know if that 187 really dove it in there. So, you know, that's just making me wonder. A part of me thinks that 187 thought he could make it stick. That's just my idea.
I can agree with that.
But at the same time, I want to make a joke here. He probably said, "Hold my beer and watch this."
That's probably basically what he said. He was gonna see if he could try to make something happen, and it didn't work.
Yeah, but you know, that's what happens with these kind of things. Caution laps do not count. That 01 is in a pretty good position. So let's
Well,
see.
21 next, coming up to the restart. Pace truck is off. Taking the green. Here we go.
With 7
Oh,
laps
one
to
car
go,
trying to make it work.
You know, I don't know if that front end name is going to have much of an effect on that 01 machine. We're going to go back here to the 99 of Jordan Kuntz. He's ripping the outside lane. As that 187 is going to take away that spot from the 61. We're going to go back here to the 61. The 61 is trying to fight back on the inside lane. And Jordan has fallen back all the way.
Jordan had good pace today, and now he's a little bit off because the 187 decided to say, yeah, he decided to say, hold my beer and see what happens. He kind of just sent it and kind of got into Jordan, and now Jordan is just not on pace at the
21X.
moment.
21X gaining on the field, about a second ahead of the next in line, Zach Hicks. Michael Blessing shuffled back to third. Let's see what he can do here.
I think he's going to be falling back. That front end damage might be playing a factor in his straight line speed, to be honest.
I would agree. You figure he would take a fast repair like Jordan did during that whole brief stint with the caution, but I would...
Whoa, contact.
Let's see what he can do here. 99 going for the pass on the 01 car.
He's falling back there. But we are at 2 to go, coming to the white flag. This time by... We're going to go back here to...
21X, Austin Smith doing good here. Easy to say. I think the 21X has it in the bag. Let's take a look here for battle of second place with Zach Hicks and David Anderson.
Yeah, you know,
Oh, wow. Look at the massive lead that he has.
Yeah, that 187...
If anything, it may be a battle for 1 and 2.
There we go. The 61 of David Anderson. He finished third tonight in this heat race.
Close, but not enough.
But you
Austin
know,
Smith is your Heat 2 winner.
coming to the...
We can only wonder what's going to happen in the race here. Something tells me something may go awry during the late stages, but not going to call anyone's bluff here.
Yeah, you don't want to do that right now, just for the simple reason of it being decently early. You know, we have 13 cars taking the grid tonight, which is about 2 or 3 less than what we had the previous 2 races.
That's something that's very interesting to me. I want to ask you guys a question. What would be your mindset coming in this race if you got involved in one of those wrecks earlier in Heat 1 or 2? What would be your mindset coming into this?
All right, that's a really good question, Caleb. So what would my mind be at right now if that would happen? Well, I'll tell you what's going to happen. First of all, I ain't going to worry about it. As long as I can get it fixed, all right? As long as I can get it fixed, I'll keep my head in the game and just keep on moving and see where we end up at. If we have any issues, then maybe I might do something, but we just got to keep on moving. Moving forward, you know?
You know, for me,
Yeah.
The heat races didn't count for points. So if you don't finish well in the heat race, it's like, okay, whatever, slap on the back. When
Right.
it comes to the feature, 50 laps. This ain't no 30 lap race. This is 50 laps start to finish. No green white checkers or anything like that. At least I don't think there is. That might have been changed. If I forget, I do apologize. But we're going to go over your starting grid here tonight. On the front row, we have the 55 of Dylan Anderson and the 21X of Austin Smith. On row 2, we have the number 0 of Shane Lindsay and the 187 of Zach Hicks. Row 3, we have the number 9 of Chandler Stuckey and the 61 of David Anderson. On row 4, we have the 21 of Garrett Cannon and the 69 of Montana Hefner. Row 5, we have the 110 of Trip Shepard and the 99 of Jordan Kuntz. And was that 5? Okay, row 6, sorry. We have the 27 of Trevor Kuna and the 01 of Michael Blessing. And we are going green
Lights are out on the pace truck.
We
It's
say-
green flag. David Anderson takes the lead. Here we go. 50 laps of fun.
You know, I don't know if it's going to be fun for some of these guys, but they are 3 wide going down the backstretch.
Take a look at the number 0. Number 0 automatically gets the lead. 55 didn't even lead a lap. Look at him go. Oh, look at the oh, excuse me.
They are
Look
leading.
at the Austin Smith, the 21X, already getting an early lead into this race. It's only lap 2. Looks like he has some strong racecraft
we got
tonight.
some
Let's see what he
contact.
does.
Whoa. We got contact with the 55. Not a whole lot of contact to really mess him up. We're going to go up here with the 21. The 187 is trying to fight back against that 21 machine.
With the 21, looks like he has a very, very good lead at the moment. He is trying to actually maintain that lead. As you can see, the 187 is trying to do, and he's just trying to catch up to him at the moment. With the number 0 is also trying to attack the 187. So we'll see what happens. As you can see, the 187 makes a move to the inside.
As I said at the beginning of this event, my 2 guys to look out for would be this number 0 and that 01 machine. That 01 is all the way back in 9th, but I do expect him to start making his way to the front as that 187 throws the slide on that 21 machine. What is the 21 going to do? Is he going to do it back? Nope. But, you know, we got the top 3 battling it out here for first position. But, you know, we're going to take a quick breather here and go back to the 61 machine. Let those guys battle it out, see what we got going on back here.
69 car trying to get the slide job. Looks like the 61 straightens out. Kind of thrown off
Oh,
by
here
the
comes the
69 car.
11.
Oh, look at that.
Slide job by the 11. He did a really, really good one right now.
Tiny
actually,
bit of
considering.
contact from the number 9 on the back of the 61. Doesn't look like anything too serious. Look at the 01 car sliding up all the way to the outside, trying to get a pass on the 61 and the 9 car at the same time.
Yeah,
That 21 is really giving a run for his money.
you know,
The 01 car actually is trying his best right now, as he's kind of not the spot where he wants to be at. As you can see, there's contact with the 9 in the back there, as he's now to the inside of the 01.
you know, one thing
Look
I
at the
want to say,
run he had there.
one thing I want to say about this 01 machine, when he gets out of inside lane, he is quick. And I literally mean that. He is quick. We're going to go back up front here to the lead. The 21 makes the move, but he does not make a stick. Here comes the 0.
Look at the move there off the 187. Beautiful
The
pass off of turn
187.
4 coming into turn 1.
Oh, that
21 giving a run for his money here. Trying to give him some contact, see if he can move him. 21 massive slide job into turn 3. He gets the pass. He's back on the outside of turn 4. Coming down the front end, 187 tries to make the pass, makes it stick. 21 getting back up to the inside. It's a constant switchback fight between these two.
Both of them are trying to make moves as the 0 gets right in front of the 187. The Zero is now back in it. With that, he is now trying to stay side by side with the 21 and get past him, as the 187 is still also having his own battles with them on the bottom.
You know, I'm going to say this. This is where a side-by-side preview of the race would be really nice to have, like, this battle and a battle further in the pack. However, I do believe that 11J machine, oh, he is blinking out. The 69 has made the move up to 4th. We're going to go back up here to the lead. That 21, he is fighting back for that race lead against the number 0.
A lot of action going on up here. Coming into turn, I believe, 2. Concern on the outside. 21 trying to make the fight work. Oh, side by side to turn 3 and 4. Practically nearly sideways, trying to make it work. Taking a look at that rear spoiler. Got milk, question mark, question mark. Quite a funny conundrum considering that he's about to be passed by the 21. Let's see if he's got position, alright?
Well, I mean, you can see that the 21 is trying his best, all right? I mean, just like...
Look at that outside run! Zero pushes him up into the wall. 21 trying to get the outside.
Oh,
Contact!
21,
Contact again!
A little bit of contact there.
You know, if you ain't using your panels, you ain't running dirt correctly in my book. And that is dirt racing at its finest right there. We got a 3-way battle for the lead, however. But you know, one person I want to go back and look at is this 01 machine. You can see the track is starting to slick off. We're going to go to the chopper view here. You can see right there, the slick is starting to kick in, and that 01 we should start seeing make his way up relatively shortly. However, that number 0 machine, I think he might be getting closer to getting a gap on these top 3 guys. Because here's your top 5 right now. You have the 0, the 21, 187, 69, and the 11J. That is your top 5 right now in this race.
Number 0 sitting pretty against the 21 right now. Almost halfway through this race, 26 laps to go. 21 still trying to make the fight work, but 0's gaining a lead on him. Let's go take a look at our live timings here. The 21X of Austin Smith, which is in second position right now, is about half a second off the pace. He's still trying to make it work, but it looks like since the track is starting to slick off more, looks like there's a blessing in disguise coming their way.
Well, you know, if I think what I know what you just said, I think that 01 might be making his way up shortly.
There's a very green car on the horizon. Let's see what happens there.
I mean, it's very bright. I mean, you can see that from like a mile. No, not even. You can probably see him for like miles upon miles with that 01 car due to how bright he is. Especially with that, he is now actually trying to... He's kind of getting there. He's getting there. He went from 9th to 6th. He's making his way up.
You know, I'm going to go back here to this 32 machine. We got a little bit of a battle back here between the 9 and the 32. This is the battle for 9th. And
Now, let's check up on our old friend here. Let's see what the 99 of Jordan Kuntz is doing. Let's see where he's at.
Not too far ahead of those guys. You can see
In front of Garrett Cannon, looks like he's trying to make his way back up to the front, but just got really messed up on that first start of the race. Lucky there's been no caution so far with 20 laps to go.
Hey, don't jinx it.
Not yet. Not yet.
But
Yeah, there hasn't been any, but we might see one. Who knows?
that 27 machine is practically out of the race again. Last weekend, he had a broken steering wheel that happened at USA. So, I guess tonight is just not his night for redemption from USA, but you know, he's definitely one of those guys that are going to be a contender for sure. I want to do a quick check-in on our 61 machine, as he is in 12th position. He was doing so well at the beginning of this race, and he has fallen back. I'm looking at my
Perhaps
truck.
he ain't doing too good in the slick. Look how sideways he's getting there.
Yeah, you know, when it gets slick, it gets slick. You know, I'm looking at my track map here. There's not really a whole lot of battles going on right now.
Looks like the 21 still trying to gain position on the 0 car of,
Yeah,
I believe, Shane Lindsay.
you know, that 21, you can see these guys are starting to use the very outside lane of this racetrack. And you can see the slick, you can see where the cars have been running, and then you see all those pebbles up there. That is called the cushion. And if you know what the cushion is, dirt builds up on the outside wall, and it's not the ideal line you would want to run. But yet, these guys are running it anyways. When you go over
Looks
here,
like they're looking for the most optimal amount of grip, no matter where that is found. It looks like the cushion is the way to go.
yeah, there's no slick under there just yet. But we're going to go back here to Jordan Kuntz as that 21 has gained the lead or gained time on that 21 machine.
Yeah, Jordan has fallen off here during the race because not only he's been caught up in a wreck at least once or twice, but it looks like he can't really find his footing because the 21 is actually being able to keep up with Jordan, as you can see in the back, even though they might start battling here in a moment. It looks like Jordan is just trying his absolute best as much as he possibly can.
Yeah.
Looks like that 99 is looking for grip, but something to say, easy to say. I think that left him at race start.
As the 9 is definitely catching that 21 machine of Garrett Cannon. I'm just wondering, there he goes. He's going to try to make the inside lane work. We got 9 laps to go. And that 2, or not that 2 machine, sorry, that number 0 has pulled away from that 21 of Austin Smith. We're going to go to his gearbox. You can see the gap as he gets in the wall a little bit, or sorry, the 21 does. But you know,
Let's peer back up to Shane Lindsay. Looks like he's put about a second and a half on second position. The 21X of Mr. Austin Smith.
Yeah.
And the car second in line, Zach Hicks, is also half a second or a second and a half off. Looks like a lot of folks are really struggling, but let's also take a look at our two-time winner, Michael Blessing, here in 4th position. Let's see how he's doing.
He's in 3rd. He's coming.
Yeah, I was gonna say, y'all should watch out. Michael Blessing is back in the game right now. He's chasing the leaders, but will it be enough?
With 5 laps to go, and with the gap that 2, or not that 2, the 0 of Shane Lindsay has, I don't think it is. I honestly don't think it's going to be enough time for that 01 machine. But you know, he's going to keep that top 5 streak alive.
I'd probably say top 3 at this point if you want to go off of that, because
Yeah.
he got first, and now he might finish 3rd. Is kind of insane. As you can see, Lindsay is messing up a little bit there, but I doubt that would really do very much in order for Michael to really catch back up to the leader and battle and pass him and win the whole race. But you know, anything can happen, really. If I'm being honest with you, it's not impossible or anything, but.
Got ourselves 2 laps to go.
Coming back to the white flag, you know, I'm going to say this, and I hate to say this for that 01 machine, but Michael Blessing, I am sorry, but your winning streak is over. Off of turn 4, we have the 0 of Shane Lindsay, one-time winner here at the BHR Dirt Tour.
How about that, y'all?
No cautions this race.
A completely cautionless race. That is one hell of a spectacle. And Blessing got up there towards the end, didn't he? He was really trying. He was giving it his all, but just not enough for this time around.
What a race. A caution-free race. I've never really seen something like this happen in a very long time. And he's burning it down. Look at that.
Well, hey, burnouts aren't only made for oval, or sorry, not oval, asphalt, you know.
I mean, of course not. They're made for
Apparently,
whatever surface.
you know, this was definitely one of the better races. No cautions, nothing like that. And there is one thing I want to say on the broadcast here. We have a former member in the chat, or a current member in the chat, Aaron Shacklet. We miss racing with you too, man. And, you know, hopefully, if you ever do have time, come out here and have some fun, man. Dirt racing. But back to the main topic. Tonight was actually a really good night. A really, really good night of racing here in the Dirt Tour. You know, is there any comments you guys want to make before we take a short commercial break, cool down, and
I say we take a quick cool down and let's bring up some of our award members from this race and let's get some interviews with them after a short break. I think we'll be right back.
So, before we go to a quick break, I do want to say this. This was definitely a good race. So, you know, it was a lot of fun. And we're going to take a quick break here because I cannot think and talk right now. So, we'll be back in a few minutes.
Growing up as a kid in Oklahoma, where I'm from, the Chili Bowl is the biggest race that we have. The Chili Bowl has kind of been my favorite race of the year. Growing up a dirt racer in Oklahoma, that's kind of the holy grail.
All right, we are back live here at the Dirt Track at Charlotte. One thing I want to point out here, we have a lot of new members in here tonight, so I want to say personally, great job on you guys tonight. We're going to go ahead and start pulling in some interviews. I don't know about you guys, but I think it's about time to do that.
I'm ready if you are.
Yep, it's gonna be fun.
You know, before we do some interviews, I want to say this. I think the biggest upset tonight was that number 0 machine coming in here and flat out just making his statement by saying, yeah, I'm here to win. It's time to go and have some fun.
King Bengisbergen when he first joined on an oval. I mean, not an oval. Road course. Sorry. Road course. Sorry.
But
was a little backwards there.
Let's go ahead and pull in Michael Blessing. A small recap about Michael Blessing. Michael Blessing is a back-to-back winner here in the Dirt Tour for the first 2 weeks. And tonight was unfortunately that streak ending to that number 0. Joining us here in the booth for the 3rd time in a row in 3 races, we have the 01 of Michael Blessing. Michael, we saw you have not a great heat race. And we saw you coming back a little bit towards the end there. What do you got to say, man?
Yeah, I just got caught up in a wreck there in the heat race, and I didn't realize I had as much damage as I did. So when we went back to green, I was sitting duck, but that's all right. Proud to, start 12th in the feature, no cautions, and run up to 3rd. So I'm happy with that.
Well, I mean, you're keeping the top 5 streak alive at least.
I was noticing a real strong run there towards the end of the stage, Michael. What would you say is your mindset coming off of the heat race? Just saying it's time to just lock in. We got a 50-lap feature here. Just say, what do you say to yourself in order to just say, let's get it done. Let's see if we can get ourselves a podium tonight.
Yeah, on the first 5 laps, I probably just kind of held back a little bit. Half throttle a lot just to kind of save some stuff and see if there was anything accidents going to happen. That's usually where they're going to happen. So just held on where I could pass the people I did, and then when kind of everything spread out, I just had to go time. So I just had to search around and find the best lines.
So going into next week at Knoxville, what is going to be your biggest thing there?
Well, that's my favorite track, but unfortunately, I have to be gone for work, so I'm going to miss next week.
That's fortunate.
Oh, dang, that is unfortunate. At least those 2 wins will at least cover you for some time.
There you go.
Yep, build it up now.
And I think tonight you still remain in the points lead. I don't know by how much, but I guess are points going to be a concern when you come back for the next time you race here in the Dirt Tour?
Well, I'm not sure how the points work, but I thought there might have been some drop weeks. So if there is, then that'll work out. If not, we'll just hunker down when we get back.
Well, Calix, Nathan, you got anything else you want to ask or say?
I just want to say thank you, Michael, for just joining us here in the booth. I think you ran a great race tonight. I've been told that your performance has been pretty spectacular over the past few races. I just want to say good luck when you get back, and we'll be rooting for you up here.
Yeah, thanks, fellas.
Before we go here tonight, any family, friends, sponsors, anything like that you want to thank?
Just Premier Racing Setups. They've taught me everything I know.
All right. Well, as Caleb said, thank you for joining us here tonight, and hopefully we get to pull you back in.
All right, see you guys.
Yes, sir. You have a good one.
All right. Now, the final 2 people, top 2.
Mr. Smith.
We have
Mr.
Austin Smith and Shane Lindsay. These 2 are new to this league. This is their first race running in this series. So, their top 2, impressive. They made a statement. Time to interview one of them.
Let's take on Mr. Smith. Let's see what he has to say here.
Joining us here tonight, we have the 21X of Austin Smith. Austin, we saw you up front towards the start of the race, and then you fell back a little bit to that number 0 machine. I guess, how was the race overall?
It was good. First night out here, got a late entry from a couple buddies, and came out here to try it out. Definitely got first thing I gotta give a shout out to 51 Designs for the wrap. Derby's Driving School, Big Nuts Tire Dope, Booty Slayers Rear Ends, Demented Jams Trackside Liquor, and J Money's Reliable Info Center. Always coming in clutch at the big time. Yeah, great race overall. Lindsay, whoever got first, good race between him. Big Zach Hicks coming in with the old standing on business chassis, doing work in the old heat like he should be. No, it was a good race. Good race. All around good race. No good race comes without drama, and definitely a little drama in the heats. Nice to see that we came out in the feature, went caution free. pulled out of P2.
Well, dang. You answered a lot of questions that we were going to
A
ask.
lot of questions right off the bat there.
Yeah, that was
It made our job pretty easy, but I do want to ask you one question, Mr. Smith. What was your mindset coming off the heats after all that drama? This is a thing I like to ask a lot of drivers. What's your mindset coming off the heats, coming off of qualifying? Just what do you tell yourself in order to ready yourself in order to just get the 50 lap underway and just see what you can do out there? What would you tell yourself?
Well, I'd tell myself don't blast the fucking tire coming into 3 and 4 on the heat, and let the boys have to put a tie rod in the car. You know that struggles makes you get to the the old 2-minute turnaround. So we got to thank C. Bradshaw for coming in clutch with the old tire change and the tie rod. But yeah, when you come into that, got a brand new left front on it, and all you got to think is what would RTJ do?
Well,
Win.
I want to point this out. First off, language.
Oh shit!
That's gonna be a. That's gonna be a. That's gonna be a 1 race suspension.
No. I know this is your first time out here, man. One thing I want to say is just keep the cussing to a minimum.
Nope.
But no, yeah. Overall, you had a really strong race. You were up there in the heats and up there in the feature. And I guess, what's your weakest point on a dirt track? Is it when it slicks off, or is it just when it gets too strung out without like 1 or 2 cautions?
I'd say cautions help. Strung out races, you struggle to find the line. Biggest weaknesses is the bush lights or the natural lights. You get a little tipsy during the night, so you gotta put an eye patch on and drive it with one eye.
Well,
whatever keeps you moving. That's for damn sure.
Clearly, it was good enough to finish yourself in or qualify for position 2 and finish in position 2. So, I don't advise drinking, but if it's working, then it's working.
Hey, as long as track promoters keep promoting and bush light stays on top, good.
You ain't got nothing to worry about.
Nope.
as for
Not at
points,
all.
I don't know exactly where this is going to put you. But this is definitely a good points night here for you. And I guess my final question for you is, what are you going to be doing going into Knoxville, I think, next week?
Well, to quote JD, Knoxville is a bleep hole. I mean, it always has been, always will be. I mean, they're not set up for pros. I mean, they barely can handle the sprint cars. But, we'll regroup, put some big tires on it, some fresh hooses, and we'll let the 305s come alive.
Calix, Nathan, any more questions?
Actually, don't really have much. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't really have much of anything. He kind of answered everything
Right off the bat there. But yeah, Austin, I want to say thank you for coming up, and I want to say great job on a P2 finish and a P2 run. Just I guess hunker down and don't get too tipsy out there.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys putting it on.
Well,
Yep.
one final thing. Is there any friends or family you want to thank, since you thanked all your sponsors right off the bat?
Jesus Christ above them all, and shout out to Charlie Kirk for doing this thing out here. So, big heads up to him.
Well, thanks for coming out tonight, and hopefully we'll pull you back in next week.
Yes, sir.
You have a
Thank
good
you.
one, sir.
You have a good one.
Yep.
Well, one thing I want to say, guys, is I apologize for the language once again.
We like to keep it family friendly here on
Yeah,
BHR.
this is a friendly family channel.
But
for kids to watch.
Sometimes that kind of stuff will slip out. So
I mean, we advise against it, but in all reality, there's no harm. in every mild mention. There's always has to be one.
yeah, it's
Just as long as you keep it to a minimum and you use it in the right context, you'll be okay.
yeah, it's just here we try to keep it professional and stuff like that. But now,
Let's go ahead and bring in our P1 leader, Mr. Shane Lindsay.
I'm so tempted to say Shane Van Gisbergen, honestly.
Shane Van Gooberbergen.
well, we're not going to do that, but it's time to pull him in. First time winner here in the Bonehead Racing Dirt Tour. We have the number 0 of Shane Lindsay. Shane, we saw you kind of in the middle of stuff in the heat races, and then you made your way to the front and ending up winning the feature. How was the race overall for you?
Well, I think the race was pretty good. I don't know about making my way to the front because I was supposed to actually start in the front, and then the green flag came out. I hit the gas, and the Gerald car, the 11 car, just decided, I guess, to match the gas in my right rear. But that's okay. Put us in the back. Got a new car. Drove right back to the front. Finished second. No big deal. I'd rather start at third anyway, so I didn't have to burn my tires up like them guys did. So.
Well, I mean, it was an incredible performance. You put a decent gap on that 21 machine of Austin Smith, and especially for your first time out here. Going into, I guess, would you say there was a lot of drama in the heat races compared to the feature, or?
I wouldn't even say there was drama. Really, I just I feel like some people get upset when they cannot qualify other people and they get to start on the front row by accident, and they just don't know how to start a race. But other than that, it was a great race, man. I've raced with a few of these guys in here before. I've actually raced with you guys before. This is one of my favorite tracks. Actually, I have a lot of favorite tracks, but this is one of my favorite tracks. And you ride around, watch these people throw sliders on the last, the first 20, 25 laps, and after that, you just drive away. Pretty much, you save your tires and drive away.
Felix, Nathan, you got anything?
Mr. Lindsay, I do have a question for you. I like to ask drivers what their mindset is coming off of qualifying, coming into the main feature. What would you say was your mindset after qualifying on P3, but eventually finishing the race in P1? What would you say?
Well, I actually qualified P1 and started on the pole of Heat 1.
That is correct. That was misinformation on my part. My bad.
Yeah, and then I actually started in the back of that heat race on lap 2. But anyways, my mindset wasn't really nothing. I just want to stay away from that 11 car. I've raced with, like I said, a few of these guys before. Like Austin, man, he's always raced me clean. There's a few other guys, I don't remember the names at the moment, but they've always raced me clean. Yeah, I just wanted a clean race, green flag. I like green flag races. It always works out better for me, I feel like. You just, like I said, you just find your line, save your tires, let people be a little faster than you, throw some sliders, and when they start messing up just a little bit, you do your thing,
There's also another thing I'd like to mention. Mr. Lindsay, you have the highest I rating in the field tonight. You are currently sitting at 4,300 I rating. The closest behind you is 2,100. What do you have to say about that, about how it impacts your performance against the rest of the field tonight?
I don't know if I rating has a lot to do with it, but I tell you, man, it's really hard to keep I rating and safety rating if you don't race clean or you don't race and finish in the top 3 or 2 or win a bunch. So your mindset really is it's almost like trying to keep your car clean. You just want to keep your nose clean. You don't want nose damage. That's why safety is really important. You have bad safety, you're going to have bad cars, basically. Just try to race clean, race people how they race you, and that's my mindset. I like to race clean. It's my favorite thing to do. Some people just don't like it.
I do have one question for you before we get on to any final questions between Calix and Nathan. Going into Knoxville next week, what is going to be your whole goal going into that race compared to here at Charlotte?
My goal is going to be when I qualify on the pole and start the first heat race that I don't get wrecked before the green flag.
Pretty solid mindset right there.
So,
and if y'all open to fix setups, I'll really show you something.
Oh, well,
no.
I mean, you may have to talk to Jordan about that one.
I said we vote on it. I say we put a vote on it because I know some of these boys, they all got setups, they all got a team. And speaking of that, I want to shout out my team. I have 2 teammates in this race, David Anderson and Montana. They brought me in here tonight. They've been racing with you guys a couple weeks, and yeah, I figured I'd come race tonight. I had a good time, and I ain't got no hard feelings with what's his name, Shepard. Yeah, I ain't got no hard feelings with him, but I just think it was kind of a little crappy that he didn't let off. But like I said, We drove back up to P2. We had a great race. You know, these guys, you can tell a lot of these guys are learning. They're doing good. You know, they're just, like I said, you can't burn your stuff up on these 50-lap races, or that's about it.
Yeah, especially that. But you know, me and Nathan, this is Calix's first night out here broadcasting. We've been keeping our eye on that 61 machine and that 69 of Hefner and Anderson. So,
yeah, man, they're not brand new to this or to the sport, but one of them's had a break and the other one don't really race a lot, and they're getting back into it. And I think they're doing pretty dang good. And I enjoy racing with them, and I just want to shout out my race team, Flowers Motorsports. If you guys don't know who it is, you guys are more than welcome to join the Discord and want to race with us or whatever. I appreciate the host, and I appreciate you guys putting on the league. It was a lot of fun. Hopefully I'll be able to race Knoxville. Depending on work, we'll see.
Yeah.
But the guys in here are solid, man, and it looks like they're getting faster and faster. Because I remember when I used to race with Austin, it wasn't always that good. But now Austin, he's running the front, and his teammates Shepard and I forget the other guy's name. But yeah, man, there's some solid guys in here, and anybody's got a shot at the championship. So I think it'll be fun.
Before we let you go here tonight, is there any friends, family, or sponsors you'd want to thank?
Man, I make my own setups. I make our wraps for our team. I don't really have nobody to thank. We do everything on our own. So I thank you guys. I thank all the competitors. Just my teammates, man. I mean, we don't rely on nobody else.
All right. Well, thanks for being out here tonight, and hopefully you do make Knoxville, because you did give one heck of a competition for the rest of the field. That's for dang sure. And
hey, man, I'm here for fun, and you know how everybody feels when a 4,000 joins. So I'm not coming here to try to dominate and blah 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 blah. I'm just coming here to have fun. So I want everybody to know that I'm not here to just take over the points. I'm not gonna make every race, but I'm gonna be here when I can, and I appreciate everybody letting me race.
Well, thanks for coming out tonight, and hopefully we'll see you again.
We appreciate having you up here, man.
Yep, thank you guys.
Well, that's going to do it here for round number 3 in the BHR Dirt Tour. We are going to be back here next weekend at Knoxville, I do believe. Let me double check that real quick. October 15th, I do believe, is next weekend. Not next weekend, next week on Wednesday. I don't know why. I don't know why I was thinking weekend. But tonight definitely showed a lot of talent from these guys, a lot of hard racing, and there were some of those questionable moments, like in the heat races where the 0 got turned by the 11J. But at the same time, you can't just put the blame on all one person, Once again, I want to thank you, Calix, for coming out here tonight, and you're always welcome to come back out here in the booth whenever you have time and or are free. So, we will see you guys next week at Knoxville Raceway. My name is Russell, joined alongside